There's more Premier League talk from round five as we continue our recap on the things that happened over the past game week. And starting with you, Victor, Spurs find themselves, in third place so far. They've been doing pretty decent, under Thomas Frank. But in your opinion, are they still considered the real deal after recent results?
Were they ever really considered the real deal? I mean, I think everyone, including Spurs fans, is expecting a Spursy patch at some point, right? Uh,
Yeah.
on the other hand, it's a bit early to have a go at Spurs, just like it's a bit early to have a go at anyone who isn't West Ham or Wolves. I could argue that Spurs went to Brighton and rescued the draw against one of the better sides in the league. I could point to the fact that they have 10 points after 5 games, same as Arsenal, more than City, more than Newcastle, more than Chelsea, twice as many as Forest, teams who people have high expectations from. I think Spurs will be fine under Thomas Frank. Will they really level up and challenge for the title this season? Probably not, but they will be fine. At least I think so until they decide to go full Spursy and lose 6 games in a row or something.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to Crystal Palace, Max. They are slowly showing resilience. They are one of the sides actually only two sides are unbeaten after 5 games, Palace and Liverpool at the top of the league. And do you think that Palace could offer something similar to what Nottingham Forest did last season, or is it too early to make that claim?
I mean, it's both. Like, it's too early, obviously, and also, I wouldn't say that they played huge teams, so they didn't show something special. I mean, the only game that was shocking was the away game against Aston Villa that they won 3-0. And also, the problem is they're playing Conference League, and at some point of the season, they would have to split between two and focus on some of them. Probably it would be Conference League, actually. And it feels like, yeah, they can finish on top 8, top 9, but I don't see them in top 6, especially because of the Conference League split.
Mm, fair enough. And moving on to Liverpool, and Victor, this one's for you. So there are talks about Liverpool not winning games convincingly so far, despite winning 5 out of 5. Do you think there's some truth to this, or it's just pointless talk?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of truth to it. Look, I don't remember ever seeing a 100% record ever looking so unconvincing. Naturally, as a Liverpool fan, I know all about how this team should only be considered beaten when they're back on the bus after the game. AC Milan can testify for this, Barcelona and a bunch of other top sides. They know this all too well. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. This is completely unsustainable. As soon as they go 2-0 up, it's butt clenching time. There have been some incredible individual performances this season. Look at Gravenberg, look at Soboslai, look at Van Dijk. But they need to start playing better as a team and they need to get their new stars firing ASAP. Okay, apart from Ekitike, who has been very good. But if they want to stay on top, they need to start playing better.
Yeah, fair point. At least we did not get a biased answer from Victor. Moving on to Nottingham Forest, and this one is for you, Max. We mentioned Crystal Palace if they could do in Nottingham Forest this season, but Nottingham Forest themselves continue to struggle, and they struggled against Burnley once again, and they have only one win this season, and that came in their first game of the campaign. Right now, they are somewhere, in the relegation waters. Is it time to start panicking?
It depends what you expect from Forest, actually, because I'd say I don't see them relegating, obviously, and also they would have to play European League, but I just feel like I mean, Postecoglou was leading the team only for 3 games, and one of them was away game against Arsenal, and you obviously don't expect a lot from that. While drawing against Burnley away, not the best result, but obviously you didn't lose. I'd say the most shocking was the loss against Swansea, that they were leading 2-0 and somehow they lost 2-3. But obviously, I would just have a look on like 3 or 4 or 5 games, and then I would be thinking about something because it's just too early for the new manager to rate his work.
Mm, fair enough. And on the final note from round five, Victor, with five straight defeats, are Wolves already condemned for relegation this season?
I mean, surely, right? Them and West Ham, they were my certain picks for going down before a ball was kicked, and I stand by that. Wolves look simply hopeless. They're barely competing even against teams they should be showing up against, like Leeds and Everton and Bournemouth after the fire sale in the defense. Now, Wolves in the next 5 match days, they're playing Sunderland, Burnley, and Fulham. These are teams they should pose some problems to. Yet I don't think they'll be getting more than a draw out of these 3 games. I just don't see a scenario in which they stay up, and I think it will take a lot of luck, not improvement, luck on their part to get 6 or 7 points before Christmas.
Wow, that's a bold one. 6 or 7 points before Christmas. But anyways, it's not looking good for Wolves, and we're just gonna have to see if Victor's claim is going to be right. I do think they will be relegated this season too, though. Anyways, there you have it. Those are our thoughts from the Premier League round five. It was a swell weekend of action, and we're looking forward to round six already. And of course, we'll be here with our preview, our prediction, and what we think ahead of the upcoming round of games. Stay tuned to our channel so you don't miss out.